Okay, guys. So keep going. I decided to. I couldn't think of it. You know. I actually searched up topics, and then when I saw their faces, I wrote it down. So there's also Datura, Datura, Datura Jones, ADHD Vision, ADHD Love, How to ADHD. These ones are the main ones. There are others. I think a name I don't know because I've only watched. There's only it's like an individual like recording, not the whole channel, but like certain recordings from Rick Has ADHD that I've watched, and their name comes to mind. So maybe I should search their channel more. ADHD 101. I really love that channel, but last time I checked, he took his content down because I don't know. It was really awesome content, and it was like hundreds of videos, but no one was. There was just real awesome content videos in a similar position to me. And I felt tempted. I felt tempted a number of times before. Hey, you know what? This is when you stop talking about this, so you just get onto music and just singing covers each week and making your own stuff. Then you can say if anyone, because in real life people ask me about it, and I get sick of talking about it because I've done all this online stuff for a couple of years now about autism, ADHD. Um, Nearly 3 years, I think, or at least 2 years, and I spoke about it with numerous people in real life, and there's more and more questions, more and more questions, and you get to the point, because want to you just want to do what you got to do with your day, and you want to talk about hobby, or talk about all these other things. Let's just say, if they truly care about it, they can search it up on my YouTube, or they can search it up on here. Obviously, the reasons why I've been shifting it to YouTube as well as ADHD is because as well as TikTok, is because on YouTube you can have public playlists that people can jump on your channel, and you can name the playlist, and everything that you put in that playlist is viewable to the whole public. Here on TikTok they don't have that. You mean you have playlists, yeah, but they're only accessible for you. These little hashtags, and stuff, but it's they can go onto your profile, but then they have to scroll for that topic if you're talking about other stuff. But with YouTube, you see, because I have a thing of hyper focusing when it comes to these types of things, of and learning it, and I maintain all the knowledge, but the hyper focus usually lasts 2 to 3 years. But there's certain things that have lasted my whole entire life, and that's got to do spirituality, music, and fitness. Even though I don't look the part, I'm a very fit person. I go to the gym. It's 3 sets of 12 Superman raises, 200 push-ups, 2-minute plank, and then I go 3 sets of 30 when it comes to the bicep curls. And the 10 used to be the largest, and then I just maintain it because I'm pushing my full effort. 10 used to be the largest, but now it's 14, so I don't know how many kilograms they are. And I just do 3 sets of 30 of those, and go for a 2 or 3 kilometer run. That's one option. Or the other option is just the 3 to 30 boost bicep curls and a 3 kilometer run. Or the other option is to do that push up routine I mentioned before, and then 3 kilometer run. I go to the gym at least, the bare minimum is like 3 times a week. It's only when I'm in burnout, and when I get a burnout, it's like I talk a lot less, but I can still talk, right? And I can still move around. It's just I can't, do much. And then it's probably happens like on average. I don't want to speak it into being, but at the same time, it's like this is what's been happening. But it happens like on average about once every 6 months and lasts about a week. So that proves to me that I'm putting my 100% effort in, and I do these things, and yeah, I like walking and stuff too. Go for walks and that. So yeah, fitness, music, spirituality stuff has always been there. And I hope, the autism has used to be Asperger's. This lasted for about a number of years in my 20s. The self-esteem thing, the self-esteem was really low, and then all of a sudden I started, instead of having like this really confident way, I started talking shit to myself. And now when that voice comes to mind, I picture the people who said it to me, or I picture the circumstances that kept going ding, 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 ding on me that caused me to start talking shit to myself. And I talk shit to them in my imagination because they were the ones who actually did it to me. And I remember doing it to them on a couple of times, but they probably done it to me like many times, many times. But I eventually talked shit back a couple of times. But when I started talking shit to myself, because like, what the hell's wrong with you? Like, you know, you haven't even been on tour around the country. You didn't make the All Blacks. You didn't become an Auckland Warrior. You didn't do these things. You put all this effort in, but it just wasn't good enough because you're not good enough because you failed in these things. And then everyone was their voices towards me. I would eventually stand up to them and say it to them because they were the ones saying it to me, and then in verse I just say it to myself. But eventually I started saying it to them, and then once I got to my 30s, once these people came, once that voice came to my mind, which was daily, always was daily, which I knew it wasn't coming from me, it was coming from everyone around me. Well, not everyone around me, certain people. Because again, black and white thinking, I left it up there. I left all the stuff up there, and so sometimes people might say, "Oh, but you forgot about this and forgot about that." Well, that's an example of my autism. That's an example of my autism. And I didn't do that on purpose. It's just like you re-watch the recording a day later, and you're like, "Actually, I forgot about the positive stuff, or I forgot about the negative stuff," And then I'll bring it up in other recordings. Good example. So this is not gone the way it is, but the thing is like, for example, there's this one lady, this ADHD group, like she said, she just started not saying nasty things, but just like little things, and then like I was thinking of something, I was like deep in thought, as I often am, came up to me and tapped me on the shoulder. She's like, "So you're deep in thought, what are you thinking about? Are you okay?" And then I started talking about what I was thinking about, and then she was like shocked, and she was like, "Well, what about this? And well, what about that? Aren't you thinking about this? Aren't you thinking about that?" And then the things that she was like this and that about saying was things that she had said to me, and things that she had posted on the WhatsApp and other things. She was expecting me to be pondering and deep in thought about the stuff that she had said, but I wasn't. So she said, I don't really care about you, but I hope you have a great, then she said another message about have a Merry Christmas, you do you, whatever. And then like, goodo, bye. So there's that. It's just good to socialise with people. And there's a whole bunch of other people in the group that haven't done that. See? They haven't done that. I don't want my black and white thingy to kick into play and then ruin this thing that I can go to a group to every single week just because one person is acting a fool, which used to be nice. So, because she is Ghosty, she has the same personality as Ghosty, except for they don't look alike because she takes care of her appearance. Ghosty didn't. Haven't seen Ghosty in over a decade now, but she did this to me throughout my 20s. But it's just as a friend, I wasn't physically attracted, so it's, yeah. There's other people who do, it's just, I have mercy for those who remind me of myself in certain ways, because I had these high aspirations I was always pushing after that never came to be, but I still achieved quite a bit, but I didn't realise how much because I had a lot to prove because of what everyone said, and I was awesome. But here's a song. Somebody once told me the world was gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.